Zip Zip Hooray is such a disappointment. I was really looking forward to this Warner Brothers cartoon because it sounded like such an intriguing concept. And there was one thing I liked about it, and I will talk about that. But unfortunately, I feel like the execution is just slow and not interesting at all. This is released in 1965, and it's a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon with a twist. There are two young boys watching the cartoon and kind of giving commentary on it, sharing their thoughts. And I have to say, the characters of the two boys, that's what I liked. And whenever we saw the boys, I really thought they were really entertaining. And one of the boys is definitely a lot more sensible than the other. The other has a passion for flights of fancy. There was an almost Charlie Brown kind of feel to it, which I thought worked very well, and I liked how they were animated. I didn't love how it was edited though. I think the way it cut from the cartoon they were watching to the boys themselves, I think felt quite stilted sometimes. It didn't feel very good. And then we had just too many clips where we were just watching the cartoon ourselves, and it just wasn't that interesting, and they didn't utilize these brilliant characters anywhere near as much as they could have done. Even if they didn't want to cut back to them, they should have kept this monologue or well, dialogue, two of them, Amy, you know, as audio commentary while we watched the cartoon. That would have been so much better. If they didn't want to constantly actually cut back to seeing the boys, there was no reason why they couldn't speak over a lot of the action. And then we have a bit where Coyote breaks the fourth wall and actually answers one of the questions that the little boy asked. He asked, why is the coyote actually trying to eat the Roadrunner? And then we have this 20-minute, it's not, the cartoon's in 6 minutes in total, but this really extended description of all of the flavors of the Roadrunner and why Wile E. Coyote wants to eat him. But the great thing about this was, well, the potentially great thing about this is that it felt like you were a fly on the wall of watching these young children watching a cartoon and how they interacted and what it was like being a child watching the animation. As soon as you break that fourth wall and have Wile E. Coyote interacting with those viewers, the illusion is gone. And it completely ruined the aspect of this cartoon that could have worked so well. So honestly, I thought it was a really great idea. And there were tiny snippets that I thought worked well, but ultimately it was badly edited, really terribly paced, and it did not utilize the one aspect of it that could have been great. Zip Zip Hooray is really just a big disappointment.